Hello, on this really nice early spring day, but we're getting there, no fear. Um, Today we're back to one of my loves, so to speak, which is the Southern Rhone Valley. And here we are with a Côte du Rhône by Clos du Caillou from 2007. This is called Clos du Caillou, Côte du Rhône, Vieille Vigne, Cuvée Unique. So old vines, and it's a cuvée unique, a unique bottling. And the story behind this, now we know about Clos du Caillou. I've tasted a few of their wines with you, and you know how much I like what they do and how just they represent to me such a mix of the power and grace and refinement of the Southern Rhone that you can have with their wines, with the Chateauneufs. And this is the Côte du Rhône, which is obviously a different scale, and I'll talk about this for a second. But the Cuvée Unique, it was bottled primarily uniquely for one importer in the US, Berkeley, Northern Berkeley Imports, something like that. So you won't find it in Europe. You won't find it on their website. It is a special cuvée, and it's very good. You can find it in the US. I bought this recently, so I can't say I've had it for all these years, but I wanted to try one of their older Côte du Rhônes. Now, if you recall, Clos du Caillou as a property is really, it's got one of the legends about it is that the clos itself, the clos is a basically enclosed vineyard or field or whatever, is inside the Chateauneuf area. But when they went to try to draw the boundaries in the 30s to create the official Chateauneuf du Pape appellation, the guard who was there refused to let them in. This is kind of emblematic of their sort of independence of thought, so to speak, all along. And so it stayed at a Côte du Rhône, which is kind of interesting because it has amazing vines in it, really old Grenache vines, different kinds of soils. They plant Mourvèdre, Cinsault, and the whole gamut there. This is a mix of more than 80% Grenache, lots of Syrah, and then a little bit of Cinsault and Mourvèdre. And it's unique to this cuvée again. And it's aged in neutral oak and stainless steel for a couple of years. It's bottled, unfined, unfiltered. This is a property that's it's been organic since 2003. After 2010, they became sort of certified, biodynamic, so to speak. So anyway, lots of things to like about it. So this is the Côte du Rhône. You can see the legs here. It's pretty alcoholic. I think we're talking here 14.5%. 2007 was an amazing year for Chateauneuf. We've talked about this before. To me, it really ticks a lot of the really right boxes. The depth, the power without being overwhelming, the sort of the balance. It's just really, it was quite good. And then on the color, it's starting to break a little bit, which you would expect. Again, this is a Côte du Rhône, not a Chateauneuf, so it's not meant to age forever and ever. On the nose, you're starting to get a little bit of that, just a little bit of tiredness in the wine, which you get when, it's starting to lean more towards sort of the Madeira or the port, just a little bit. I think it's got its charm. But the fruit is still there, and the Grenache really that you can tell, from the explosion of it's still there as well, and a little bit of alcohol, but not too hot on the nose. It's very, the fruit is subsided, again because of the age. So you get a little bit more of that bittersweet, a little bit aged wine effect, a little bit of the licorice that you'd expect in a Southern Rhone. It's still got tannins and alcohol, so the balance is still there, and the wine still has some vigor to it. Although it is, I think, on the declining side. So if you find these, you can enjoy them right now. You don't have to wait for them. But they've kept making these, so you can find more recent cuvée in the US, and it's always a great buy because it's really up there in the middle of the range for Côte du Rhône, but I think it's as good as some Chateauneuf. Anyway, let me just take another sip. Really enjoyable. See you all soon.